Okay, now we live, I think, or we getting ready to be live on the other page. But I'm trying to get some more people in here so we could talk. Um, so okay, since Quentin ain't here no more, we could talk, but um, I can get him back on here somehow. Hey, Shiel, can you get him back on here? See if he can get back on here.
I'll
Um,
try it.
Thank you. Um, so okay, Candace, did you say you call him? You got a meeting with on what day? Friday.
Tomorrow, I actually have a meeting scheduled with him tomorrow at 9
Okay.
a.m.
Okay, 9 a.m. So what did y'all talk about as far as just preliminary stuff?
Basically, I just sent him an email yesterday. As soon as you gave me the information, I went ahead and sent him an email and just told him what I did. I'm in the trucking industry, gave him the amount of time that I've been in it, and told him that I was interested in government contracts. And he was like, okay, he wrote me back fairly quickly. Let me know that's fine. Hey, okay, we go ahead and
Come
schedule
on with
something
it.
so we can talk. And we went on here. He was like, Thursday or Friday good for you? I'm like, as soon as possible. Thursday is good for me.
Yeah,
And so 9 tomorrow, we'll be chopping it up. And hopefully, uh, I'm a note taker, so I'll be taking all the notes. I took notes
yeah,
when this
yeah,
guy was just talking. So I'll
yeah.
be
I'm
taking
I'm, I'm gonna
notes.
play this
And
thing back on my way home. I'm gonna play this thing back so I can listen to it. Like, all right,
yeah, he did. He gave out some very good information, which is kind of crazy because look how that worked. I was just talking about government contracts.
we was
Me and
just
homeboy
talking
was
about
just
it like
talking about it.
just 2 seconds before he jumped on. I was
Right.
like,
Then
what?
we talked about it. Then just so happened we got somebody who actually does government contracts. So my mouth
He
just
is the
completely
one
stopped.
that gives the contracts out, basically.
Right.
You
Seriously.
know
He's
what
like,
I mean?
I'm the one who signs off on them. I'm like, what? But I guess he do the office space. Dude, you need to go over to the trucking side.
Stop playing.
That's like
Shoot.
a goal, man. We got a whole inside man. Like, who does that?
What? That's crazy. So we gonna try to get him back on. I don't know if he bleeped out or what, but we gonna try to send him the link again so he can get back on. Man. So uh with man, what was I gonna say? So tomorrow, did you look and see like through the website that they don't charge nothing?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. The PTAC advisor charges absolutely nothing.
And I
So
went and I looked at the Black Indie commerce. And I went through because I called, I couldn't get nobody on the phone. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go through the website. Maybe I can set up an appointment there or find a contact and reach out to somebody. And then I was like, well, they had members or whatever. So I went to that link and I started filling out the information, and it got to the end, and it was like $200 to become. I think they had different ones, and I think it was like at
really?
least $200.
What are you talking about for your certification?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was certification or if that was just to become a member.
Okay. So all like, and I really, when I first started with the government contract and stuff, I thought that you just sign up and register and it's done.
That's what I
Um,
thought.
but with that mid states, did you go to that mid states and try to you see all the information that they want,
I don't think
or
I
have
went
you?
to the Mid States one.
Man, they got so much stuff on there that it's ridiculous. But you enter all the information in, and I thought that I was done. Now they asking for your funds to basically certify you, but it's a national certification, so it was a little bit more than 100 $200. I think it was like 450 or something like that, 425.
Yeah.
But other
Which
than that,
I think I knew it was around that much for your certification. Um, but then also it's a lot of companies out here. I talked to one myself personally. I was on the phone with the guy. He was telling me all about how Basically going through like the map showing what funds are available in your state, what funds were given out the last couple of years, all this different information. And when it got to the end, he told me about $5,000.
Five
I'm like,
thousand?
I'm like, what?
Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no
I'm like,
way.
so
That's too
companies
much.
really doing this? I'm like, I know people just not signing up for $5,000 doing this different stuff. I know that's just not what this is.
No, there's no way that. I mean, SBA, um, Sam, like when you set up your cage code and everything, all this stuff is free.
Right.
So for somebody asking you for $5,000, and that ain't government stuff. So I
No, that's
have I have people call me and asking me like, do you want to get in our database? This, that, and the other. It's gonna cost you this, and I'm like,
and
no,
I
thank
think
you.
that's basically what it was for me to get in the database.
Right. So which one was it? You don't remember the name?
I have to look at my emails.
Because they email you and it was like a link or something. I can't remember. I had two or three of them call me about it, but um, definitely don't do that. Don't spend no money.
Because I think initially I was doing something and then I received a link for like this free webinar. Now, I didn't do the free webinar because it kind of threw me off because it went to my spam folder, I believe. But then I think I wound up having some type of follow up email and I must have reached out to them or a follow up telephone call. And then
Right.
it was the same thing about the webinar. They give you a free webinar, but they want you to pay $5,000 to get
Yeah,
in their
that's
database.
that's how they get you. That's how they get you. It ain't no way. So don't never do that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So yo you gonna talk. So you already got cage code and everything, right? Cage
Yep.
code.
Yep.
Right. So you basically set up, and like you said, you gonna go in there without your certification and everything, correct?
Right.
And I don't know, I haven't done the state certification, but I think it's less intrusive and I think it's less money also. So I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking for, just local work or if you're looking for uh, national work, but like I said, he'll be able to help you, and Nathaniel will be able to help you. So like I said, he'll send me emails about stuff because we have a contracting company as well as far as general contracting, and he'll
Okay.
send me stuff for that. And just out of the blue, I'm like, oh shoot, let me see what's going on with this. So he'll send you stuff. I haven't been in touch with him lately, but I need to get back in touch with him.
I just need to know. And it's crazy because I feel like the process is so probably way more than what it is. Only
You think
because I
it's more
haven't
than what
like
it is? I
right.
mean, listen, you got the hard part out of the way.
Right.
You got your cage code. You got the hard part out of the way.
And I got and we have a Twix card. So
Oh, you got Twit card too?
yep.
Yeah, so you good. Um, yeah, you good. Now he'll definitely be able to help you. Like I said, I haven't yet went to him about it, but like I said, I need to tap back in with him and see if there's anything that we could do, as in the transportation industry.
And like
So
he
you
said, he was like, I don't know if y'all know this. He's like, but it's a lot of money and government contracting for these for trucking.
absolutely, absolutely. Let me see if I can pull this up right now. I was talking about Crowley. Um, Crowley wins, yeah, freight waves. On freight waves, let me see when it's posted. Oh, crap. This was a little bit ago though. Let me see. Okay, so 2018. Crowley says more than a year after winning the contract, it was a $2.3 billion contract.
Wow.
B billion with a B. Like that was the contract that they won. Like that was crazy. So it says the company has about 400 carriers currently contracted to haul freight under the contract.
So
400
Crowley,
different. Crowley is the one that got the award.
they got the award and then they contracted.
400 different people. They were awarded the contract, um, but there were protests from the previous contract provider, which is XPO. XPO had the contract before.
Wow.
So again, it's going to come up again.
Right.
And who's going to be in position to get that? So that's where our network comes in at. Your network, my network, Quentin's network, anybody else that comes in this room, we all come together. Let's just say you get that contract, then you know who to, three, four
Right.
people you can contract to off the
Right.
top. You know what I mean? People that have been giving you value and people that have been looking out for you. Those are the people that, hey, come on in and get this contract.
Exactly.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So that's definitely where I'm at with it. Like that 2.3 billion, that looks good in everybody's bank account.
Yeah, it does. And
Shoot.
that's kind of the crazy part because like that's basically something new that I'm learning that like Crowley did. They received the contract and then they put on however many other companies. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But I mean, like, okay, so the thing is you have to be able to do some of the work yourself. And
Right.
like he didn't know, Quentin didn't know specifically what number it was, but there was a number, either 1% or whatever percent. So you have to do some of that work. So you have to be knowledgeable in that field in order
Right.
to do some of that work, and which you are, which I am, which other people that might jump on here, we're knowledgeable in those areas. So when we do get these contracts and stuff like that, we know who to go to that knows what they're doing to get the job done. Because at the end of the day, it's your contract. You
Right.
don't want to put somebody on a contract. You don't want to put somebody on it that ain't gonna do right.
Right. Right.
So it really it defeats the purpose to get the contract if you don't have a network of people. The network of people is what helps your contract stay your contract.
Right. And
And
potentially
then
get you
at
more contract.
right at the end of the term, it's like, do we still want to go with this provider? Or they'll put it back on there and then you could reapply. And then they're like, okay, well, you got it before, we know what you all about. If did nobody else apply or you meet the criteria, we're gonna choose you again.
Right.
But even if they don't choose you again, you've been awarded a contract of that magnitude that you can go to these other trucking companies, you can go to other companies that are moving freight that say, hey, I've dealt with a contract of this
Right.
magnitude. I'm
Right.
capable of doing whatever it is you need me to do. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it sets you up for other opportunities outside of the government contracting space.
Right. And that's what I'm pushing towards. You know, I said, like he said, you get that one contract in, you know what I'm saying, and you can get another one. You get that one, of course, you can get another one.
Of course you can get another one. Of course you can. Now, the process in between from the inception of applying and then actually obtaining, I don't know what that process
Right.
entails as far as paperwork, as far as submissions. Do you need, like, there is a the RFP, the request, RFP or RFQ, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like a whole addendum that you need to read prior to submitting that that proposal. Um, so there's past performance that comes into effect. So the past performances that you've worked with Landstar, you've worked with Amazon, which is a big company. You got a
Right.
contract with Amazon. So those are your past performance. So you have to create, you know, a database, and you have to create paperwork that shows that you can perform at that level, you know, so to get the contract. So that's why some of those places they charge you that $5,000 because they'll write all that stuff for you, which
Right.
somewhat helps, but it doesn't help you in growing your business because you always have to go to them for that.
Right.
You don't have somebody in house that can do it. You don't have the knowledge to do it yourself. So that's where the network comes in. If I've done it before, I can show you how to do it. Or if you know how to do one part of it and I don't know how to do it, like I can say, hey, you know, help me with this part.
Now, as far as like funding, like say me, I'm trying to get another truck, you know.
Right.
How do certain businesses, especially within our industry, how do we go about funding? Because it's like in my mind, I see all these trucks, all these duty trucks or whatever. I'm thinking to myself, did everybody have good credit? Did everybody
No,
have the money to
there
pay for this truck?
no, that's the thing. So there are ways around it. And I'm speaking with someone right now. Well, not right now, but you know, just like an hour ago, in regards to just what you're talking about. Um, we're trying to come together again. It's the networking thing. We're trying to come together to offer that to people like you and me and everybody else that wants to either their first one or their second one or their third one. So I'm working with, you know, a particular dealership and a particular lender to try to help facilitate that for
Mm-hmm.
us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to the funding, you know, if we're just barely breaking even, we're making 10 or 20% profit margin, you know, and your credit's horrible, like you got to find ways to be creative and make that happen.
Right. And that's basically, kind of where we are at right now because we took a hit at the end of the year because us being new to the industry, listening to the people who we were originally dealing with, it's like, hey, you can make this kind of money during this time of the year. Well, it didn't work
Right,
out like that. On top of, we wound up actually paying for our truck earlier than what we were supposed to. So that took funds out of our stash, so to speak, because
right,
that was what the stash was for, was to purchase another truck. And it
right,
was like, okay, that's been depleted since we had to pay the total balance of this truck off. Now, where are we at? We have to go back and rebuild that fund during the slow season to try to build our business. And, we went to a dealership. He went to one dealership and they told him how much he had to put down for the truck and everything like that or whatever. And I also have my operator's license. So
okay. Yeah, you
the
got
goal,
CDL?
no, I didn't get my CDLs. I went and got
Yeah,
my
for hire.
I got my for hire license.
Okay, okay.
So the goal was once he acquired another truck, I would take over the previous truck.
Right,
So, because basically we ain't got nobody else to hop in the truck and drive. We just don't have
right.
anybody else reliable. That's the point of formulating the team. So
Absolutely.
it would just be me and him at that point. But the point is like, okay, now we got to try to get these funds together again to try to go
Right.
out and purchase a truck, which he's been working on his credit. And then, like, as far as like the business credit, it's like, okay, we bringing in enough money basically to take care of
The,
responsibilities.
right. So, I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna send you some more information to a person that I dealt with to get my dually truck. Um, and they might have a situation where you can possibly get that box truck. I don't know, but you looking for a box truck or you looking for dually?
Duly.
Well, he could probably definitely help you, and if he can't help you, then I'll send you to another source that could possibly help you. Um, I ain't gonna get any business. Where's your credit score? Where's that?
Um, you talk about like a combined credit score or just like
No, just you, like, or him or wherever. Like, is it at 6 plus?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you should be good. you should definitely be good with that. So I'll send you some information when we get off of here, whenever we do get off of here, because I don't know who else coming in, but I'm trying to get Quentin back in here. Maybe not. I got three people on here. It's just us three in here. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing information on that once we get out of here.
Okay.
Um, do you got any more questions for me?
I don't. Like we covered a lot.
We covered a lot of ground today. Lots of ground. So um, every Wednesday,
Okay.
every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, I'm learning how to set this live slash messenger room up. I'm learning how to figure it out. Hey Shiel, you gotta put me on game. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, Friday, 5 o'clock, I'll probably be on here till, at least 6. I might come on early and try to, get people in the room, talk, what I mean, that way before we go live. But every Friday, I mean, I say every Friday, every Wednesday, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot you some information. Um, then make sure Wednesday, 5 o'clock. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Okay. Because normally I'm free around this time anyway. So yeah, that'll be a good time for me.
I figure everybody either getting off work or, just like I said, they ain't gotta come in right at 5, but 5:15, 5:30, come on in, we can talk. So
Because that's what it's all about. You definitely, you know, put it in the spectrum. Networking is total key. Like I'm watching these other people who have like these different trucking companies, people on social media or whatever. And I know there's one common denominator, whether they do box trucks or semi trucks or dually trucks, whatever. They all have a team in order to become successful in what it is that they're trying to do.
yeah, see, and a lot of people don't tell you that they have a team and then make it look like they doing it on their own.
Right, right,
And not even necessarily they don't tell you, they just either slips their mind or they just only thing you see is this one person with all of this stuff. And it's like, and now some people might have done it by themselves, like, or at least grinded it out, but it probably took them a little bit. And if it didn't take them a little bit, they had the money.
right,
So, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, nothing was ever built, just by one person. Even if it was, you needed a bank to get you funded to get you there.
right, right,
You know what I
right,
mean? And before the bank, you needed other credit cards or other bills that you had to pay. People you had to pay in order for them to show that your credit score was where it's supposed to be at in order for you to get the loan.
right,
So it's an effort, a joint effort on everybody's part, that people fail to realize.
right,
They see the stuff on Instagram, they see the stuff on Facebook, and it makes it look like it's just one person when in reality, you got a whole team of people behind you. Right
right.
now,
And
you
I
got
mean,
your
people who have know people who write grants and all this other different stuff.
exactly, exactly. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like for us trying to get into that government contracting space, we might need somebody that knows how to write all that stuff up. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm lost. I'm trying to do this trucking stuff. Like I know about that. But what happens is I need somebody to teach me how to do it, not do
Right,
it for me.
right,
Or,
right, right.
or
That's
at least
that's the
let me
page I'm
be,
on.
or at least let me be physically involved in some portion of it so that way I grasp what's going on.
Right.
So
That's
that's
that's the
that's
route I'm
definitely
trying to go. I'm not really one of those people who, I can't just sit back and let somebody do something for me because I don't necessarily know what it is that you're doing. Yeah, that's cool or whatever, but to me, that's just taking the easy way out. So when I need to do this again, if that person is not available, I'm just stuck in the wind on my own. No, I got to be able to you know what I'm saying, to go and do this stuff on my own. Just like when I was doing the cleaning business, I was aware of government contracts or whatever. And I don't even think I had all the credentials, but I must have signed up for something on some website, and I was able to see, or go through and sift through the government contracts. I was able to do that. and they
Right.
will ask you a lot of questions, or who did you work for before, and all this, that, or whatever. Well, I was like a private company, so I'm just working for churches and homes, and I didn't know how to
Right.
necessarily. And then a lot of it has to do with the wording. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I need somebody to teach me.
And that's the thing. That's the whole thing about the networking. I love it to the extent that it opens doors that possibly wouldn't have been open had it not been for somebody coming in like Quentin coming in today. A door might have been open there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That might
right,
not have never been open had I decided to be like, you know what, I'm going home at 5 o'clock. I ain't gonna be on here at 5 o'clock. So uh and that's what I'm thinking about, just growing this particular platform
right.
going forward, to incorporate you, me, um, everybody else that's into doing what we doing.
Right,
Because
because I see a lot of platforms that are on trucking, and it don't really interest me like it used to,
right,
because a lot of people either ask the same question. It's a very repetitive thing, or the grouping got messy. It's just completely off topic, or it's to the point where, okay, well, I know how to do this part. Now, I'm not really getting any more information past this part. Or you got a lot of people who just play follow the leader. I'm not one of those people either. Yeah, everybody have a common goal, but it's like, okay, what did you do? Well, tell me everything you did, and then I'm gonna go and try to mimic that. That may not necessarily be my lane or what it is that I want to
exactly,
do.
exactly. So that's my thing. Like I'm not advocating for one particular thing. Like in my company, what we do, we got different branches only for my different reasons. You know what I mean? You might not choose to do that, but if you want to do something that I could potentially help you in, I'm gonna tell you how I did it.
Right,
You can tweak it however you want. You know what I mean? But
right,
I'm here for advice. Like you like, look, I did it like this. I was shoot, it worked better. Like shoot, go ahead, do your thing, girl. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Like
right. Yeah.
I might do that now. I might start doing that now. Like, you know
Right.
what I
It's
mean?
all about a learning experience for
Yeah,
me.
I don't know everything.
I have
I
and I
never
have
complain to
dealt
know
in
everything.
transportation for a very long time, but on certain aspects of it, you know what I'm saying? I've dealt with shipping
Right,
and receiving, I've dealt with the drivers, I've dealt with dispatching, I've dealt with coordinating the dispatching, all of those things. Yeah, I can maneuver that real good. But now I'm on the whole ownership side of things, and that's
right.
a whole different world out there.
Tell me about it. Tell me
That's a
about it.
whole different world.
Boy, it's very humbling. I promise I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to like in my mind, I'm like, my God, I got all this stuff I gotta do today.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? On top of running the business, like I gotta make sure everybody else is straight. Like, but I love it. I mean, I love challenges, and my whole thing is to become better at it. Um, so yeah, it's definitely a humbling experience though.
Most definitely. Well, what is your name again? I am so sorry.
It's all
I
good.
always see the initials on your page, but I can't never remember your name.
Now my name is Josh.
Okay, Josh. Okay.
It's
That's real
it's all
simple and
good. Like I
easy.
said, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to meld the brand into my to my personal because a lot of people see that and they don't associate a name with it or a face with it. But I'm Josh,
Right.
and I'm the face of the company right now because like everybody else is working behind the scenes, everybody else running the trucks and keeping things moving, but I'm the one that helps facilitate those moves.
Hmm.
We need to get what's the name? We need to get her on there.
Shantae. That's her
Contact.
name.
We need to get her on there. I couldn't think of her name right now. We talking about names. We need to get her on here. So, what's she doing now?
From what I know, I check in on her every now and again because I basically have never seen Shantae in real life.
Not in
I
person.
I met her on Facebook. I helped her get her insurance information pushed through to Amazon so that she can get her stuff accepted. And like ever since then, we would just go back and forth, bouncing ideas off of each other and different stuff. If something was coming up, helping each other with the load boards and different stuff. She always been real solid with that stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit her up and let her know to jump in on Wednesday. She
yeah.
needs to jump in.
She ain't jump in Wednesday, 5 o'clock. And then, like I said, if we want to get together, after or before, you know what I mean, and come together with some stuff that we can come together with without, possibly this group getting, way bigger. We might not be able to talk about what we want to talk about.
Right,
So
I agree.
my my office is open. If y'all got an office, I can come to y'all. Like we can make some, some moves if necessary.
Most definitely, because from what I know now, I know we all were struggling with the load boards. I haven't been on a load boards. It's probably a couple of months now.
Really?
End up doing some local stuff, and it's been helping
Okay.
us, keeping us afloat. We've been running every day with it.
Oh, well, that's
Amazon
good.
is a little funny right now because their rates are so low. I guess they haven't brought their rates back up yet. I think they're supposed to go back up maybe next month. I'm not really sure, but
Yeah.
she just been basically, bouncing around up in the Kentucky area. Running with Amazon. She may still be using the load boards. I'm not sure, but I have to talk to her, quite often, at least a couple of
Yeah.
times a month. So
So
I get with her and
y'all
definitely
on
let her know.
DAT?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Did y'all got Nolan Transportation Group? Y'all got on their board yet too?
What's that? Nolan?
Nolan Transportation Group. They got a load board also, but it's only for they freight, like only for
Mm-hmm.
their freight. Sometimes you'll see their stuff on DAT, but on their site they got, I ain't gonna say more. I'm gonna say they have freight on there.
Okay.
It's not always in Indianapolis, but they got one from Greenwood to Pearl, Mississippi all the time. Like all the time. They got one every day to Pearl, Mississippi for whatever reason. And we ran it one time, and I didn't really like it
Mm-hmm.
because but I was running it was somebody else that was dispatching us. So if I was to do it again, I might do it totally different. But that's just, it's always, use them as a tool. Like I use that, every now and then. I use Amazon every now and then. I use DAT most of the time.
Right.
So, but that's exactly, just use them as a tool. So I send you that too. Um, let me see. Yeah, I send you the what's the name, the link to sign up with them. And so what else I gotta send? I gotta send you that link and what else? What else? Oh,
Um.
financing for trucks.
Yep.
Yep. Let me see. Yeah, I'm making a note to myself now, so before I get up out of here, I could do it. All right. I know you probably tired of me.
Nah, but go ahead and cut out. But
Yeah,
go
go
ahead and
ahead.
try to get some dinner started around this house. So.
I know that's right. I need to get my butt up out of here. It's almost 6. So I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yes, I
And
appreciate you hosting this, Josh.
no problem, no problem. Wednesday, next week, next Wednesday, we're gonna put this out again. I probably have a better handle on all the operations, getting this out. So we'll definitely put it out there. Hopefully, more people will join, and we can, maybe come up with more topics in regards to trucking and business in general.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be talking to you next week. Next week, Josh.
All right. If you need anything in the meantime, you got my hit me up on the messenger.
Will do.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Everybody, I appreciate y'all coming through and joining us tonight. I'm on my live and I'm on Starboat Transport. So come to the live next week. I'm trying to figure out how to operate this thing and get it out to y'all, to get this content to you. Um, Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's going on. If you liked it, any questions, you can also call us here, 1-855-996-0900, or you can go to the website, www.startboldxprt.com. Remember, always go bold in what you're doing. You guys came on here tonight. Everybody, Quentin, appreciate you for coming on. So you guys, you just hit the button. You know what I'm saying? Came on. I appreciate that. Going bold. That's what we do here. We just jump out there and get it done. So I appreciate you, Hayshiel. Thank you for coming on tonight. I know you are extremely tired. You've been overworked. I apologize, and I appreciate you too. So shout out to Mark, John over here on my live, Aaron Brown, Philip. Shout out to everybody, Atari, Chris McDuffie. I appreciate you guys for reaching out. Send it out to other people, man. Let them know that this is what we're doing every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, Logistics Lounge. And I'll see y'all the next time. Peace.